Howdy y'all, it's Cody from the Keepers of Nerddom. I am doing a special thing today of Is It Accurate? We're going to look at actually the infantry models, the soldier models and whatnot of Axis and Allies miniatures. If you haven't ever heard of it, you should really get online and check it out. It's a great game that unfortunately they don't make anymore, but you can still get a collection on eBay for not super expensive, but you could really get into it. And this game is just fantastic. And one of my favorite parts is the vehicles, but the other part that makes the game so much more interesting it's really the soldiers, the artillery, the aircraft. The aircraft are probably the worst part of the game, but yet they're really cool. So we may talk about those in another video, but right now we want to start with the lowest point value stuff from the US, all the 4-point value characters. These are just the standard soldiers and different weapons that they're carrying. And so typically what you're going to see is literally just, here is a soldier with a type of gun. And so we're just going to go through it. It'll be a little harder to go, is it accurate? Well, in the game, we'll show you just, pretty standard stuff of, okay, here's how this works. All right. So let's just start off with the Marine Rifleman. We'll have to find him again. I think he's this one standing up. He is, let's see, Marine Rifleman. There he is. Okay, cool. Sometimes their image on the thing matches, and this one matches up pretty close. The gun's not quite as long, but it's accurate. There's occasionally, though, it doesn't match at all, and they'll be like, you'll see with the bar gunner, it doesn't make any sense. The bar gunner's just standing there, and then in the actual pose, he's doing something. And I appreciate that the game always tries to put them in a pose of they're getting ready to shoot. And overall, like, great little miniature, nothing too elaborate, but they just, paint him pretty well green and then a little bit for his hands and the gun and his helmet, and his face. There you go. And so let's just look at this. Speed 1. Soldiers are very slow. Their defense, typically, the standard is 4-4. So if you have an 8 attack, you have on average 50-50 shot of at least disrupting, and each soldier has 2 hit points, disrupted and then destroyed. So if they get hit twice in the same turn, they're dead. Disruption is an interesting thing because once it goes face up, and it goes face up at the end of the turn, so if they don't die from it, they go face up, and so next turn they have only a 3-3 defense, they can't move, and they shoot at a 5 and 6 instead of 4, 5, and 6 success rate on D6s. This thing has short range, 8, and then 7 at medium and long range. I don't even know why they put it on there because 2 isn't going to kill anything. And they can somehow shoot at tanks and take them out with this gun. What gun is this supposed to be? They don't even say. I'm guessing an M1 Garand with the picture. But Gung Ho, this unit gets +1 on each attack die when making defensive fire attacks. It's a special ability of whenever something moves around you, you can cause defensive fire. So he's actually really good for that. Close Assault 7. This unit has an attack value of 7 against vehicles and its hex. This attack ignores cover. Guys, that's the really good stuff against vehicles, because then you can, basically it's simulating the idea of you're dropping your grenade into their exhaust and destroying them from the inside, right? That kind of thing. Is it accurate? I mean, assuming this is like an M1 Garand, this is kind of the standard. This is a good place to base it, and we'll see the M1 Garand rifle here in just a little bit, and they're very similar. So I'd say sure, yeah, it's accurate. We'll look a little further. Oh, we knocked one over. Our next one is the Buffalo Soldier. He is 4 points. Is it this guy right here? Nope, that's Thompson. Buffalo. Nope, Bar Gunner. Buffalo. Okay. Buffalo also looks like he's carrying an M1 Garand, as you'll see. It's not very specific on what they're carrying. These are really tiny, and that's fine. Looks wise, they're not like anything to write home about by any means, but that's okay because they're itty bitty, and I appreciate that they made them that small for storage purposes. So again, exact same stats up here, 8-7, no range for long range, which is fine. Close Assault 7, exact same thing. Tough. This unit ignores the -1 penalty on each attack die when disrupted. So they're saying that these specific Buffalo soldiers, they can be disrupted and just keep fighting, which, according to this idea of apparently a specialized unit, it's cool, but it's kind of weird whenever you have something like that that's the same point value as other things in this line. So Could I see it being 5 points instead? Yes, I could. The bar gun, is this the bar gun? Let's see. Yep, there he is, bar gunner. Okay, this is the bar gunner, and as you can see, they're trying to simulate something, but they just flat out printed a flat side on that side of the gun. Nothing, but you'll see right here, they definitely do not have the same pose, which is kind of funny. So same stats for speed and defense, but only a 6 at medium range. So this thing is going to really struggle to kill anything. Now, it does get a 2 damage against vehicles at medium, which small stuff that has little armor you could actually do something to, which is kind of funny. Covering fire, soldiers attacked by this unit this turn can't make attacks this turn. This was something like the bar gun as a covering fire type weapon to just lay down suppressing fire, and they simulate that here, and I really appreciate that. This is really cool, because it's just saying, okay, if you are going before your opponent, then you can fire at them and they cannot fire back at you that turn. So as long as you get to go first, this is big. This is really big. This is gameplay-wise amazing, because then you can lock down an infantry. Or what if you've just fired at an artillery, even if it was at medium range, you're like, I'm not going to hurt it, and you probably didn't, that you stop them from being able to shoot your tank. That's a big deal. This is cool. Totally agree. It's accurate. It's good. Our next one is the bazooka. Same speed, same defense, which is kind of funny considering what they're carrying. Only 4 attack on vehicles at short range, or infantry at short range, and then 9-4. And so this is simulating the fact that this is, again, he's standing up on the card, but he really should be crouched down for what this is supposed to be showing. And it's cool, he's got a rifle on there, which you can see like they didn't finish painting that rifle. It's just blended in there. The bazooka is interesting because it also has close assault 10. It has attack value of 10 against vehicles in its hex. This attack ignores cover. Is it accurate? I'd say so, other than speed should maybe be it can't move in the assault phase, because instead of shooting, you can move in the assault phase, just to show how heavy this is. Maybe something like that. I like that its attack is 9, potentially 10 up close, and then at least has some attack for anti-vehicle. And their real idea is running these things up towards the front just to anti-vehicle stuff. And this isn't going to take out a Tiger usually, but it's going to mess with the smaller vehicles and be a threat from a single soldier. That other, 4-point soldier is going to show up with a bazooka, and you're going to have to be wary of it, whereas you've got a 35-plus vehicle running around that should be safe, and it's not, ironically. So the M1 Garand, the rifle, here we go. This is the M1 Garand. Here we go. The M1 Garand rifle. And actually they tried to simulate it. It's kind of fun. With this size, especially back then, I'm impressed they did what they did with the molds. It makes me wonder what you could do now, even in this size. But the M1 Garand, it has a very similar stat of the 8.7. No long range on this gun. 2 against vehicles up close. Same speed and defense. Close assault 7. We've seen that before. Stars and stripes, though. This unit rolls 1 extra attack die while adjacent to a friendly commander. So, how do you really simulate something like that? Is that actually accurate? Well, it could be, but you're just saying everybody that has an M1 Garand rifle that's nearby a commander is just better? That's cool, but it doesn't accurately reflect things, because now all of a sudden you're at a 9.8, which that on average means these guys could actually take down infantry and have a chance of actually destroying them in the same turn, over a 50% chance of at least disrupting. That ability is just a little silly, but overall, really a cool model, and you'll take these quite often as far as infantry. The last one we've got right here is the Thompson Gunner. And for some reason he has a black helmet. Don't know why. The model's pretty though, overall. Yeah, let's talk about that. And as you're seeing back here, this is actually the play mats from the original Axis and Allies miniatures. They enlarged them later on because they changed their size of stuff, but it's all good. I still use the old maps just because I didn't buy a lot of the new stuff. So same stats for speed and defense. Your attacks are 10 and 8 for medium. That's crazy, right? Well, until you get down to here, this unit can't attack at ranges greater than 2. Because it's an SMG, it doesn't have the same stopping power and the same range as an actual rifle. And Gung Ho, this unit gets +1 on each attack die when making defensive fire attacks. So it is designed to be able to suppress things coming at them and moving around them. I think that works because it is an SMG. That works for it. Close Assault 7, again, simulating grenades. So anything with Close Assault like this is typically just saying, we have grenades on them, and then the bazooka's over here going, Close Assault 10, forget a grenade, we have an entire rocket. So is the Thompson Gunner accurate? I'd say yes. The Gung Ho is just, how do you prove it? Well, it is an SMG, and so things moving in around you, you're just going to start lighting them up with an SMG, which is what it's for at close range. So this thing is crazy deadly at close range if you can get there, but the problem is they could shoot you from medium range and potentially get down you with enough shots on average, right? So Tommy gun's awesome. This soldier could be really, really cool. It's just a question of, will it actually make it there? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below which one of these 6 different soldiers you think is your favorite, and most accurate versus least accurate, and why. I think this is a good place to start for the U.S. Overall, just a fantastic thing to see and to have. These are some great things. Get Axis Miniatures if you love wargaming. Okay? This is the one of the game that I highly recommend. Take care. I've been Cody from Keepers of Nerdom. Like and subscribe. Take care. Bye, y'all.